about them ahead of this game?
Obviously, King Kudus, the man. I think he'll be dancing all over Selhurst Park, doing bits, making things happen. He's going to be running your defenders ragged.
The way they're playing football, this new manager, yeah, Poch can learn a few things. I can't lie. It's some good things.
Come on, man. That's their first win. That's their first win under this new manager. We got to win. We must win. We need a response, because if we don't respond, that's going to be a lot of games.
If you do not win that game, D will never, ever let you forget it, bro.
Oh, he's not still recommending players of
football.
Oh, God. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, my God. Mateta.
John Mateta. French. I'm excited to talk my podcast tomorrow.
Listen, these podcasts, like, we should just...
They're done now, aren't they, podcasts?
Yeah.
Did too much of them.
We should just cancel. Technically, I can't go on there because I'm not in the race for Europe. Because we are contenders! I remove myself from the race for Europe.
It's hard to predict, because if we decide to turn up in front of goal, I reckon we can beat you. If we score first, I reckon we win the game, because I feel like that's going to put you on the back foot a little bit. You might get a bit shaky. Your fans as well in the ground might quieten up a little bit, and it might put you on ropes. I'm saying 1-1. Oh, man. If you don't laugh, you'll just cry, bruv. I can't even look at the camera because I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed, as if it was me that went out there and played. I am not going to no more games this season because I can't be dealing with this pain. I was so embarrassed today. After that, when Havertz scored that goal, the first goal, I'm seeing so many guys just leaving. Leaving. Just end the season, man. Just end the season, man.
We're so low.
We're low.
Hello.
Mudryk. What is he? I sat there tonight. I watched him and I thought, is that Mudryk or is it Zach from Saved by the Bell?
You know, if Don wasn't on that, I was going to riot.
That was class. That was class.
Yeah. I had some time, man.
Wow,
man. Big up Sam, man. Big up Sam. That is elite level. That was great, man. That got everybody in. That got everybody cooking. Big up to everybody who's here, man. Big up to all over 270 of you already with us, man. Make sure you're smashing the like. Make sure you're subscribing, and make sure you're doing me a favor and following all of these guys as well, man. We're in for a great show. We're in for a bit of a cook session tonight. There's a few people that are going to get at it, that's for sure. Big up to George, who's joined us tonight. Deji's away tonight, so big up to George, bro. First time on the channel, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah, first time here. It's a long time coming, but it's a good show to come on because certain man down below needs cooking. He needs it, bro. His head's been boiling for a while.
I tell you, man. I tell you, it's a good show for you to make your debut. Big up Goodally, big up Lawless, big up Don, and big up D. Might as well start with proper Chelsea or proper 12th, as I've been calling them for the last couple of seasons, because that's where they deserve to be, man. Oh, my goodness. Don, I tell you what, Arsenal will call it in the second half. First half, had a couple of chances, but let's be real. What happened was, I've been telling you what's happening with the strikers, man. They just ain't good enough. This Jackson brother is awful at finishing. Mudryk, pretty threatening at times, but can't do much with it at the moment. Same old story at the weekend against Man City. Other than that, bro, it was poor. Your midfield got dominated by ours. I thought Rice was outstanding. I thought Partey was ridiculous. I thought Odegaard was a maestro. And this Caicedo and this Enzo, brother, this Enzo's just knocking balls over the top and ends up having to get subbed because he was stinky again. Man, your defense was a joke. This Badiashile, dude, what the hell is he? That was one of the worst performances I've seen for a while. This Disasi guy, likewise. Kukurea getting done over by Ben White, just completely shithousing him. Mate, it was quite light work. You know, Gunnar said to me backstage, I don't even care that we smashed them. Like, this is Chelsea. They ain't Chelsea anymore. Man.
You know what?
Go on.
All I want to say, I don't even want to talk on Arsenal. I don't want to talk about Chelsea. I have to say though, Badiashile, hands down, is the worst centre back I have ever seen. I don't know how much he cost, but that guy, I don't know what his pass percentage was. I'm not coming with any facts. I'm just going on what my eyes saw yesterday and what I've seen over the course of the last season. He is shocking. That guy is, and you know what? Whether it's Poch's fault or not, that guy, and I'm going to give Chelsea fans a bit of a relief here, because they've got a whole bunch of players that they've spent £1 billion. And when I keep saying or when people say they spent $1 billion, they'll be spent $1 billion. Now I see Badiashile, or whatever his stupid name is, Beauty of Shield, as my good friend Pogues likes to say.
It's Benoit Badiashile.
Benoit Badiashile. That guy is shocking. He shouldn't be playing for any team in the Premier League. He's that bad. Honestly.
Don, there's a lot of people want to cook you, man, because of the stuff you've been saying about some of these players. But a lot of the time you revert back to Poch, man. And Poch this weekend, I didn't blame Poch because your strikers were shocking in front of goal. And the same thing can be said yesterday, man. I think Poch takes a lot of heat with you. I know you hate him and want him gone, but some of these players have got to start answering some of these questions, man. You know, you've put them on saying stuff about Mudryk and Martinelli. You've said about Enzo. You said about Caicedo. You said about Jackson, Madueke, a one-on-one. So talk to me, brother.
Bro, what can I say, man? What can I really say, man? You know, listen, I'm not surprised by this. Like I've said to you, Dan, I'm not surprised by this, innit? Because I've been telling you, lot. See, Jules is going back. Jules keeps doing this every time I say I'm not surprised, because he's gonna go back to the summer when I was a lot more optimistic, and rightly so, because I saw a good preseason. I wasn't seeing this many injuries. I didn't expect Poch to be this bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect some of these players to be this bad in front of goal.
Just predicted a 1-1.
Like Lee will tell you. Like Lee will tell you, when we spoke about our players in the summer, I said the only two guys I've got confidence in front of goal is in Cuckoo and Cole Palmer. And Lee laughed at me when I said Cole Palmer, and he'll tell you that he laughed. And he'll probably apologize for that now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because yesterday, Cole Palmer was a big miss. And what have I been telling you lot when I watch my team? I've been telling you guys, I say, well, bro, we're a team of individuals. Do you know what I'm saying? We're a team of individuals, and we're Cole Palmer FC. Without Cole Palmer, we are in a relegation dogfight. And what came out the other day is that
can I ask something? Let me cook. Say everybody. No, but the reason I just want to bring up on this point in particular, you can carry on. I want to, because if you knew this and you knew this prior to the game, why did you still predict your team to do something? Why did you still predict that you could walk away with a point, let alone 3? You come on side short half time. Let me finish then.
No, you know what? Hold on. Why? Why are we bad? George, why?
I didn't say I was confident of getting something.
Why are we letting?
Where did I say that?
Why?
No. Hold on. Let me finish what I say.
This is Dan is the moderator. This is Dan's show. Why are we even letting this guy talk? We don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. I feel like D needs to go. I feel like Lawless needs to go. I feel like Jules needs to go. I feel like Dan needs to go. I don't feel like Don needs to talk for the next 10, 15 minutes, to be honest, because he's been saying the same spiel for the last 4 months. And it's right. Really and truly, we've been hearing the same nonsense from him. And when you talk about your players, talk about Cole Palmer, the fact that he ducked the game yesterday. He ducked the game yesterday. So really and truly, we don't want to hear from you. So I feel like Dan or D or Lawless or George.
No, not Lawless. Not Lawless. He can't talk as well. But yeah, I agree. Lawless, we've been smiling a bit too much.
I will say,
Lawless, stop smiling. Lawless, smiling a bit too much. You held 5 as well.
Lawless is still above Don, so he has a right.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
Anything he wants to. So I don't feel like Don needs to, because he's going to touch the same crap he's been telling us since last year. So
bro, look at my face. Look at my face right now, Lee. Listen, before you don't even come in, I am happy that Poch has exposed himself. Because the moment that Cole Palmer,
you know what, Don? Hold on. Face the wall.
I am happy. I am happy. Man has exposed himself. Hold on, bro. I'm ashamed. Of course, I'm ashamed. Of course, I'm ashamed about the result.
You said he was happy.
No, of course, I'm ashamed of the result yesterday. But what I'm saying is, at the same time, I am happy that this manager has exposed himself to be the fraud that he is. Because when I speak to rivals about this, they like to say about your players, and I agree about the players. I've spoken to Dan about Jackson many than one times. He thinks he's shit. I don't think he's a shit baller. I think he's shit in front of goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Mudryk, I've spoken about Mudryk. Certain parts of his game I like, but like I've said, he's hot and cold. Some games he's all right. Some games he looks like he's never played football before. You know what I'm saying? But like I've said to you consistently, we are Cole Palmer FC. We are a one-man team. And yesterday was clear proof of that.
Okay,
right?
hold on.
In the preview, I predicted 1-1 with Cole Palmer. Okay. Yeah. Before the game, when I saw the lineup, I said there's no chance.
Hold on. This is all cute, guys. This is all cute. Yeah, this is all cute. I mean, I know what he's trying to do right now, so I'm just gonna stop him with his nonsense now. Let's just take it to the facts. 2 weeks ago, when I spoke about the likes of Cole Palmer, and everyone keeps saying it's Cole Palmer FC, I kept saying the levels for them are so low. If somebody passes the ball 2 yards to each other, they start wanking over himself, these Chelsea fans. So when I look at people like Cole Palmer, I'm saying, can we pump the brakes? That's what I asked on this very show. Can we pump the brakes on this guy being profounded and put in above Bowen, above Kudus, above Saka, above all of these, above Kulu, above anybody? Just wait, because we saw even when Kulu came in, he was compared to Saka, and now look at him. We see the likes of Eze. Obviously not consistent.
Why are we doing a Palmer segment? I don't get this.
No. Because listen, no, we're going to get to it all. Don't worry, we're going to get to it all. This is just a slow roast for you right now. We don't want to hear from you. We speak about Cole Palmer, so he ducked yesterday. You've spoken about Enzo, and you know what? Chelsea's famous line. I don't know if anyone else is hearing it, but I hear it every. You don't watch Chelsea. You don't know what you're talking about. You can't tell me this. Enzo, he got shown levels yesterday. Now, when we speak about the quality of your manager, there should be individuality of certain players. So you look at let's just take, for example, Crystal Palace. They haven't had a great season. They've been cooking for the last month since the Spurs game, ironically. Eze's been quality. Gay's been quality. What's his name? Not Eze. Yeah, Eze. Who else is there? They got Elise's been quality. Sorry. Chelsea don't show any of that. They don't show any ingenuity. They don't show anything of any pure quality, any moments. You've got Sterling rubbed out. You've got Jackson. And now you speak about Jackson. You say that he's good or he's got a quality. He's got this or he's got that. Hold on a second.
Oh, he was just up your centre backs. It's just finishing, bro.
Hold on. Isn't part of his remit to score goals? So you're saying that he's
not part of his remit. It's his main job.
He needs to score goals, and he's a shit finisher. We all know this.
Okay. But so you're saying that he's good at part of his job, but he's not good at the main thing. But he's a good footballer. That doesn't even make sense. So you might as well put him in another position. Put him defense. Away
from the finishing, I like what he brings to the team. He helps us play a lot better. I like his link-up play, but in front of goal, I've told Dan he's shit.
The main thing that he's meant to do, he doesn't do well. How can you profess this guy to be a good footballer? He doesn't even do that.
Word done.
He's not a good finisher. That's the thing. Hold on. We're talking about a trait. We're talking about a key trait here.
It's a job. Scoring goals is a job. When you're a striker, if you're a striker and you can't score goals, do what Eddie Howe done. Put Joelinton in centre mid. That's what he does. Joelinton didn't score them goals, so he changed his position, and he's a whole different footballer. And guess what? Joelinton's good now. He's a baller. Well, he's a baller because he's doing a different job now. But if he wasn't doing his job in front of goal, he's a shit striker, just like Jackson is. The chance he missed yesterday showed you everything you need to know about him. He was in front of goal. The whole goal was literally open, but he went near post.
Bro, Raya even did this. No, Raya even did this. Raya did that to look that way, and the ball was that way. And it's still you know what I'm saying?
So it shows you the level of your players. Man. And the thing is, Don, that makes this all worse is like Lee has alluded to. Yes, you've changed your mind and you've blamed everything on Poch now. Like
months ago.
Your whole story now is that everything's on Poch pretty much. If it's not,
I didn't say that. I never said that.
A lot of the games I hear is Poch fault. You barely ever say, Poch coached a good game, apart from on the weekend where you guys had chance after chance. You couldn't blame Poch.
You don't listen to me enough.
Look at the game yesterday. Like Leah said, look at your back line. You've got a bloody mid-table League on centre-backs in Disasi and Maddison. The fact that you went and signed both of them, you're lost. It shows your recruitment's all over the place. And then the players that you've got in front of them, like you said, Enzo and Caicedo, no midfield is present. There is no midfield in there. Caicedo should have been bloody sent off the way he was flying around yesterday. And Gallagher, let's not even talk on that bum, man. Let's not talk on that bum. He's just
too early, you know, because Big Ange wants him, you know. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I see when I see that live, when I see here we go for Gallagher, I am going live straight away, bro.
Let me just again. Let's hold on. Let's just pull up for this because you see what the thing about Chelsea, what I absolutely despise about Chelsea fans this season is, and there's clips. Oh, the virus, Havertz is gone. Oh, the virus, Koulibaly's gone. Oh, the virus, Kepa's gone. Oh, the virus, Lukaku's gone. He did this famous interview. All of these players that are saying all this madness now are gone. And now all of a sudden they're turning on their next Lokobum in Gallagher,
Chelsea's
who I think is actually, he's the next virus now. And sorry, let's how can we?
I don't know. Say that again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All their viruses have gone and they're still crap. So now, how do we get to the point now where the new Lokobum is the virus? But hold on, £100 million Caicedo, who's Mr. Hatchet Man, he's been shocking. But no, the stats will show something different. So that's why Don's going to give his rhetoric. Hold on a second. Let's go to Enzo. Been shocking. Let's go to the left back, Ben Chilwell. He's been shocking. Sorry, but they love to protect certain players, but they love to give it out to all their Lekobum. Listen, if he goes to Chelsea, I think that's going to be a good signing. I think he's a half decent player. I don't think he's as bad as people are making out. But for me, people need to, especially Don, needs to take a lot more flack because and what we need to ask you, Don, have you learnt your lesson? Because you went off the fact that, hold on, you went off the fact that you're going to have a good season because you had a good preseason. Are you ever going to make that mistake again?
Hold on, Lee.
Are you going to make that mistake?
We're not going to do this, yeah, because it's not now where I've lost confidence in my team. I haven't had confidence.
Doesn't matter. I'm just asking.
No. Let me. You've spoken a lot, Lee. You've spoken a lot, yeah. D, actually,
are you going to make that mistake
before
again?
I even answer anything, yeah. D, go on. Cook me, bro. Cook me. Go on. I know you want. I'm trying
to add up the maths. You're saying that you had energy. He's even wearing orange.
Hold on, man. Let's let D and Lawless come in, and then Don, you can answer the question.
No, Lawless. I've got one for you as well, man. Lawless should be on mute all night. You just be quiet. I remember when I lost my confidence, bro. I lost my confidence, yeah, when we got back from the international break, and our first game was Brentford, and we lost. You predicted a 1-0. You predicted a 1-0. No.
It doesn't. The thing is, the thing is, I don't know if you guys have realized. Don says so much stuff that, like,
wait, hold on.
Don will carry on speaking and saying these predictions to hope that you'll forget the worst things that he said previously. He will do this. This is what he does.
So basically,
he's going to say, I told you so. He's going to say, I told you so regardless, because he told you everything. He literally said,
this is what we're not going to do. So basically, yeah, because I've lost my belief in my team, I should predict a loss every single week.
Yes.
No. It doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work.
No, Don. But if you've lost belief, you would at least predict a loss against teams you know are better than you. You know Arsenal better than you. Why would you not predict a loss? That doesn't make any sense.
Because, like I said to you, when Cole Palmer is playing for us, yeah, whether people want to rate him or not, yeah, anything is possible with that guy because he has literally, bro. This guy, without him, we are 18th. He literally came out. Without him, we are 18th, bro. It's true, bro. Look at the GA he's put up. You can laugh. Look at the GA that he's put up. Do you know what I'm saying? In his first season, this guy, everything goes through him, bro. Everything goes through Cole Palmer. And the moment I saw the lineup,
because of the receipts.
The moment I saw the lineup, Jules, I literally even tweeted. Go back to my tweets from over 24 hours ago, yeah. 24 hours ago, yeah. I was like, bro, I wanna believe we can get something, but I just don't see. There's no one I can look at and be confident at. Like I've said to you guys, yeah, it's only Palmer and Nkunku I'm confident with in front of goal. Ask Dan. When I said my predicted lineup, yeah, you think I put Disasi in there, bro? You think I put
by the issue in there, bro. I said we've actually been stable for the past few games at the back, and that's because Chalobah and Silva understand each other's game. What does this manager do?
Do you think Gusto and Palmer would have made any difference last night, Don?
Of course they would have, bro. Of course they would have, because most of our play comes from the right-hand side. Most of our play comes from the right-hand side, bro. These man, like I've said, without Cole Palmer, they didn't know what they were doing, bro. They had no idea what they were doing. You want to talk about Mudryk, yeah? I'm seeing Mudryk coming into a DM, bro. I checked the heat map yesterday for him because I was sitting behind the goal. I could see exactly what I was trying to do. Very good, like clear view. I could see everything that was going on, bro. The guy barely was in the final third, bro. Barely in the final third. He was basically playing as a DM. He had like 14 touches the whole game, bro. The whole game. I'm seeing him and Gallagher changing roles. 1 second, Mudryk's playing as a 10. Then Gallagher's going to the left. The next second, Mudryk's going to the left. Then Gallagher's going as a 10. I'm seeing Gallagher getting the ball.
That's fluid football. That's fluid football. The thing is,
they're taking up the same spaces, bro. They're taking up the same spaces, bro. It's not fluid.
This is where you need to look at your team and individuals. The individual players are not performing at the level they need to, because I'm not being funny. An attacking trio should be able to rotate during the game and take up each other's spaces. The right winger should be able to go on the left sometimes, cut in and create different options. That's not a problem with tactics. If the players are not taking up the right positions and covering for each other, that's the players. How are you blaming the manager?
I'm talking about. Listen, you see when Mudryk comes into that hole, yeah. Gallagher, he takes up the same space as him, bro. Is what I'm saying. He takes up the same space, and he's so erratic with how he moves on the pitch as well. Every time he's getting the ball, bro, there's a clip where he's getting the ball in between the pockets. Hold on, Lee. No, Lee. You've said a lot, yeah. Let other people talk now.
No, because this is a serious. No, Don. This is a serious question. This is a serious question that I think everybody wants to know the answer to. Why is it that you love to pick on low-hanging fruit like Gallagher, like maybe the keeper, like Jackson? Why don't you talk about the most expensive players? Now, listen.
I haven't even got there because you keep cutting me off.
Hold on. My good friend, one of my good friends, Turkish, and even Dan at times, when Havertz doesn't have a good game, they like to talk about the fact that he's come in with a big price tag and he's on big wages, and maybe rightly so. I don't necessarily agree to that extent, but that's what people like to do. Why don't you give that same perspective to your players instead of picking on the players that have come in as a youth player and are trying to do the best that they can do? So the players that
because he played
hold on. The players that we should be
Chelsea should allow him.
Don't work like that. The players that we should be thinking about are Enzo, are Caicedo.
I'm going through my whole team and you keep cutting me off. You don't even know my take on Enzo.
Because okay, don't start with people like Gallagher, because you've not mentioned Enzo once. You always mention you always mention low-hanging fruit when you talk about Chelsea. Speak about the players like Enzo who got bopped off the park and he cost £100 million. Speak about the likes of Caicedo. Speak about the likes of Madueke, who is absolute arse and cheeks. Speak about
he was the only one that was looking dangerous.
Hold on. Speak about the fact of Mudryk, who I saw at his hands on his hips like he was like a ballerina at times. Speak about those kind of players, because
if you're gonna let me talk, I will talk about them.
You love to speak about certain players when you need to really speak about the players that are. So don't mention Gallagher once. Don't mention.
Do you know what it is? Because at the end of the day, this manager has been building his team around a guy like Gallagher. Yeah. When you take this guy out of our attack, what happens against Everton? We look a lot better up there. You decide to play him in the 10, and every single time he's getting the ball between the pockets, in between the lines, he's going backwards. What type of 10 goes backwards when they're getting the ball in between the pockets?
No, hold on.
Enzo Fernandez.
You're letting him.
Enzo Fernandez. Hold on, D. Let me get onto Enzo. Bro, Gallagher's crap. You probably got a soft spot for him because he played for Palace. Take him back, like Wiley said. Take it back. You know what I'm saying? With Enzo Fernandez, Enzo was poor yesterday. Off the ball, he's getting dashed about. Do you know what I'm saying? He was looking. I'll be real with you. The guy needs to stop playing right now and go get the surgery done. It's very clear that there's something wrong with this guy right now, isn't it? Very, very clear. Do you know what I'm saying? He needs to stop. I'll rather see Gallagher.
Hold on a second. Now it's fine. Now it's fine for go and get your surgery. But you love to pick on Saka with his limp every game. It's coincidence. You love to.
But I'm not. You're not using the injury as an excuse. I'm not using the injury as an excuse. I'm saying it's clear to see he's injured and he needs to go get the surgery, bro. It's clear to see. The two things can be right at once.
You're going outside. Please, you're from East London. Don't stop this. You are shameless as shit, bro. Every game, I even put it in a group the other day. I had 10 pages where this guy speaks about Saka every game, and he loves to do the coincidence. Oh, the Saka limp's coming when he has a poor game or when he doesn't score.
It does always come. It does always come when there's a poor game.
And if any Arsenal fan like so, if said that, you would say no, that's his quality. He's not good enough. Now what you're saying is that Enzo's a good player, but he needs to have surgery. That's what you're basically saying.
He does need to have surgery. It's true.
Done.
The both things can't be true.
How long do you need to see that this guy is not good enough? He's crap. He got sold a dream, just like Badishile, just like Badishile, just like Reece James, just like Ben Chilwell.
You ask me
just
questions
like
and you're not letting me
every
answer.
single player in your squad, every single player, and just like Cole Palmer as well. Cole Palmer, and let's talk about that bitch. Let's talk about that.
Why is Lee back on the mic again? You must be the Chelsea rep.
Let's talk about that little bitch, bro. Because I'll be honest with you.
What type of agenda have you got for Cole Palmer?
I saw this guy. You know what made me laugh as well? I thought about it yesterday. I was like, hold on. I swear when you played Man City at Hoyo Ground, it was torrential rain, hazardous. There should have been slip lines everywhere, and he played through that. I swear when you played the other day, it was raining as well, and he played. And now all of a sudden, when he has to come up against Saka at our ground, he goes running scared. This guy is a nasty piece of work. The optics weren't going to look good for him. So he hid and he ran. And you are shameless as shit.
Let me go back to what. Listen, your Palmer agenda is just, it's weird to me. I hear it. You're shameless.
You love to talk about Saka. But when it comes to your players, there's all this context. You love to talk about West Ham players. You love to talk about West Ham's players. You love to talk about West Ham's players. Your players are absolutely disgusting. You were 1-0 down at halftime, and you should have come back at half. That's the time where, you know what? Even think about Spurs when we played them. They were down, they came back in second half, and they actually pop a fight. Your players have no fight, no heart, no desire, no passion, no nous, no quality, nothing. They are pieces of shit. They are nasty pieces of work. And you shouldn't be talking about West Ham. You do not have a moment to talk about West Ham segment. After this, you might as well, you should just sit there in silence in the naughty step. You should get a small stool and just sit there, because you have no right to talk about anybody else.
Face the wall for 5 minutes.
Face the wall, one of them ones. Because your team showed levels yesterday, and you talk about all Arsenal's players, but when it comes to the real crux of the matter, your players are absolutely crap. That's it. And Dan's right. Before you even came in behind the scenes, I said I wasn't even go and watch my interview. I didn't cook Chelsea. I wasn't bothered, because this is the Chelsea that I know. This is the Chelsea that you love to represent. This is the Chelsea. You had 20 years of fun. You had 20 years of spunking all your money away, and this is the real Chelsea. And now the shit's hit the fan.
Let me leave 1 second.
Truth.
Let me just ask Don a question. Then I want to bring Lawless in, right? Because he's been very quiet. I know D wants him to be quiet, but he gets to say on Chelsea, man. We all do. Last night was pretty evident to me, Don, right? We spent 105 million pounds. Like, Lawless won't like this, actually, to be fair to him, but we spent 105 million pounds on Declan Rice. You spent 105, whatever it was, on Enzo, and 115 on Caicedo. And it was levels for me, man. Absolute levels. Now, I don't know. I understand why you think Poch is to blame in terms of them two for their system. But sometimes you've got to look at the players and go, do you know what? This manager don't know what he's doing. I ain't going to listen. I'm going to be going and putting my own thing because we're getting battered. I didn't see any of those two take the game by the scruff of the neck, and you've spent way over 200 million pounds for it, man. So sometimes you need to look at the players and not only just Poch, is what I'm getting at.
Of course, no, facts, bro, facts. And like I said, before Lee interrupted me and thought I was blaming yesterday's performance on Enzo's injury, I'm not saying that, bro, Two things can be right at once. I'm saying Enzo was poor yesterday, but at the same time, Enzo needs to go get surgery, right? Because I was watching him very closely, and like I said, the past few weeks, it's very, very clear that this guy is moving gingerly at the minute, right? He was poor, bro. Off the ball, like I said, he was getting dashed about. On the ball, he's looking around for movement. He's seen Mudryk jogging. He's seen Mudryk jogging, trying to come back as a DM. He's got no one to play it to, bro. And then he ends up just losing the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, as much as he wasn't that good on the ball, I'm looking at his teammates. Why are you not making any runs? in that final third, we're so static, Dan. So static. I was shouting at Noni off the like I'm sure this guy heard me. I shouted so loud. I said, bruv, get in the fucking game. Get in the game. Because he was literally jogging about and then he started to get involved about 25 minutes in. Do you know what I mean? So, like I've said to you, bro, yeah, it's not good enough what's going on right now. It's not good enough. Yeah, it's really not good enough. And like I've said, yesterday just exposed this manager for what he is, bro.
But Don, I'm sorry.
Hold on, Lee. Lee.
This isn't time for you to talk. This isn't time for you to talk. Don, you will spend. Don, I saw the other day. I saw you spend 4 days going back and forth with people online about how Noni is one of the best right wingers in the league.
It was dangerous yesterday, though.
Don, this is why we get onto you, because you go off these stupid facts and figures when your eyes tell you he's crap. Enzo's crap. All your players are crap. And what you like to do is bring context. So
this is what Lee did, by the way, before we played him at the bridge. And then after the game, he was like, actually, I didn't know your game. I wasn't familiar with your game. That's what he did. Your context is that, oh yes, that Enzo's injured. So why don't you bring the same? I never said that.
Okay, he needs injury. He needs
surgery at the same time.
Okay, he needs to get surgery. Why do we all know that Saka's carrying an injury? He needs to have surgery. We all know Ben White needs the same thing. Why don't you bring the same context to them players? Why do you constantly custom game in and game out?
But hold on, I never said Enzo played poorly because he's injured, bro. I said Enzo was poor, like I said. Yeah, I still expect my players.
You said, Dom,
but why are you talking about injury?
I'm saying Enzo was poor. Enzo was poor. Enzo,
why does the context not apply to Saka?
What do you mean? What do you mean the context doesn't apply to Saka?
No, I said, why can you not apply the same context to Saka? Why can Saka can have a bad performance?
Even when Saka's fit, when Saka's fit, I see him play the same way, bro. I'm sorry. I've seen multiple games where Saka's not trying to take on his man, even when he's fit.
Can I ask you a question now?
Let's not do this. The context is the same. I'm not saying Enzo performed that because he's injured. He needs to go get surgery.
Name me. So how long has Enzo been injured for?
He's been injured for time, bro. He's been injured for time, bro.
How long is time?
Weeks, bro. He's been injured for weeks.
Okay. So can you explain the many poor performances he had at the start of the season? Was that because he was nursing an injury?
Bro, I've already told you start of the season where he was being played. This guy was being played as a 10. I don't expect Enzo to ball out as in a 10. I'm sorry. If we bought Rice, hold on. If we bought Declan Rice and Poch played him as a 10 and he's playing crap, what are people going to be saying then? Are they going to be saying Declan Rice is a bad player or he's playing in the wrong position?
The thing is, and again, everybody on the panel, I'm sure agree with this. You see the thing with Chelsea, what they like to do is they constantly like to move everything. So they spent £1 billion. Okay, fine. They sold I believe 300 to 400 million pounds worth in the summer, and they spent 600 to 7 whatever it is in the summer. We should have had an expectation of them to get top 4 at least, challenge top 2, top 3. We then moved it to top 4 because they couldn't do that. We then moved it to top 5 because they couldn't do that. We then moved it to top 6 to get Europa League. They can't do that. They're now languishing. They can't even get Conference League currently because they're 9th or 10th, wherever it is, below West Ham, who are having an up and down season. Really and truly, if Crystal Palace had got their shit together, they would be above Chelsea. So really and truly, what Chelsea like to do is they constantly like to move the needle with their players, with their squad, with their management, with whatever. When Poch came in,
but who's giving excuses for yesterday? Though, I don't get this.
When Poch came in, it was all hell, mercy. It was great. Now all of a sudden, he's not this, he's not that, etc., etc. Really and truly,
all of a sudden, we've been talking about this from summer, bro.
No, okay. What it is with Chelsea is, as we said, and everybody said it, they're spoiled shits, and they've never had to go through hardship. And that's what it is. Now, when the shits hit the fan, they're Poch out, they're this players out, and they don't like to put accountability on the players that need to be held accountable. So I've literally said multiple times. I'm not going to do this. The likes of all of
hold on, Lee. You've said a lot. You've said a lot. Let me
It was lovely when had the issue. What's his name? Disasi. When he was in the crowd, he was in the crowd, jumping in the crowd against that. What team? Palace. Yeah. When he scored a goal, whatever.
We've been 12 times in a row, by the way.
Loving it. Now all of a sudden, he's the worst person in the world. This is what Chelsea like to do.
Listen,
Lawless, let you come in, man, because you've been sat there very quietly, man.
Before Lawless even comes in, let me just say something, because Lee, you're getting me confused for these people that you see online that are scared to criticize their players. I've told you. You see me. Bro, I'm not scared to criticize my players.
Oh, that's everything, man.
I'm not scared to criticize my players. I have said all season consistently about Enzo. Enzo is not at the same level that he was at last season. Yeah, and I've said to you guys, a big reason for that is because of this chaotic system that he's in. Right, this chaotic system that he's in. I said that on the other day on the terrace. Enzo is a system player. People are telling me, "Oh, what you paid 105 million for a system player?" Bro, you rarely get players like an Eden Hazard that can work in chaos. You rarely get any players like Alexis Sanchez that can just work in chaos. Enzo needs to work in a system. If Enzo would play for Arsenal, he wouldn't be putting out these same performances. If Enzo played for Man City, he'll be balling out, bro. Right now, he's in a shit show. He's in a shit show. At the same time, hold on, Jules. But at the same time, I expect him to be able to do the basics, the bare minimum in terms of his passing. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of off the ball, the work. In terms of covering ground, in terms of crashing the box. I still expect all of these things. But like I've said, I don't think that you're going to see the best of Enzo in Pochettino, and that's why he needs to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Caicedo, I thought yesterday was our best midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially in that first half, you're sweeping up a lot. Yeah, a lot of the mess that was being created. You know what I mean? And for me, I'll be real. Arsenal weren't even that good, Dan. 2 goals from Kai Havertz, 2 goals from fucking right? Yeah. Now I've seen Arsenal play better. I'm not even trying to be shady. What I'm saying is that's how
that
shit
shows you how shit you are.
Exactly. That's my point. Hold on, D. I'm not even throwing no shade on Arsenal because Arsenal, they did their thing. What I'm saying is Arsenal didn't have to be at their best to go batter us 5-0. They didn't, bro. Yeah, second half, like Lee has already said. I don't know how many times I've said this season when we come out in the second half, we are a mess, bro. There's literally a table of Chelsea after first half the results and Chelsea after the second half the results, and it's so bad, bro. In the first half, if we went in like top 6 or something like that, after that we're in relegation zone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so bad, bro. But like I've said, nothing will change this season because we've got too many injuries. Yeah, we've got too many holes to plug. We've got a shit manager. We've got inconsistent players, and that's why I've been telling you lot. I'm just ready for next season. I will support week after week because I'm a Chelsea fan, but I don't expect anything. If we get top 6, cool, great. But like I said, I'm not confident in these, man, because they're not showing me consistent enough performances. That's the manager and that's the players. Both of them, bro. Yeah, cool. There's a lot of changes that need to be made.
You know what's mad? After all of this for 40 minutes, it still doesn't change the fact that you got smoked 5-0. After predicting a 1-0 draw, like all your excuses not gonna change that, bro. Like nothing's changed. You still got smoke 5-0. Injuries, they played this, manager this. It doesn't matter, man. You got smoke 5-0. You just have to hold that, move on. Look, Lawless can help you out, man. Look, he's stressed. Lawless, help out your buddy, man. The 5ers. Help each other out. Go on. What's this fight?
We listen. You shot. We scored 2 goals.
I got 5 on it.
You can't be singing that, bro.
Listen,
I'm shameless.
Yeah, you are shameless. And the thing is, the problem is with you, Don, and I have no sympathy for you, is if you lose, it's I told you. If you win, it's I told you. There are constant contradictions all the time. I've seen it in the group chat. Mudryk scores a goal. Oh, Mudryk, I told you about Mudryk. Parts, you weren't trying to hear. Unali, where are you?
Reach that, man, yeah.
Scores. Oh, look, I told you. Now, now you're trying to say that, yeah, I told you they were shit. I told you. Like, you want it both ways. And now you're sitting here after 5-0.
Everyone knows my take on Mudryk, though. Everyone knows my take on Mudryk.
We don't want to hear you.
I'm saying he's not going to iron it out. Hold on. No.
All your
This is what Lawless does. This is what Lawless does. I've told you, lot, time and time again. Mudryk is hot and cold, yeah, but he's not going to iron out the cold behavior without consistent game time.
Why didn't you say that when he scored the goal and you're going, Potts, what are you
because
saying?
You don't say it's useless. You don't say it's useless. But why is it scoring like that if it's useless? Why is it scoring like that if it's useless?
Every 15 games, and now all of a sudden it's I told you so. No, you can't.
I didn't say I told you so. I'm just showing you, man, what is on.
And every time, you get pulled up, we have to have a 15-minute explanation. And that's how you know you're waffling and chatting shit, because it takes you so long to answer these charges, right? You have to go around the houses and go into all these details because you know you haven't got a leg to stand on. So you talk yourself round in circles. We see it in the group chat. Potts is how many times has he said to you, Mudryk,
Oh, Jackson. Oh, I told you.
Mudryk and Jackson, man. Mudryk and Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah. What you saying now? What you saying now? And now we're sitting there going, no. I mean,
Hey, you know what it is though? You know what it is though? And now, bun this. Hey, bun this. You know, hey, you know football moves in cycles. You know that. So you don't take it.
Oh my God.
Have your time.
Have your time.
Innit? Yeah. No,
Wait, can we be real? Can we just ask one more question? Can we ask the last question to Don?
I was calling him after the game. I was trying to link up with him. He was gone.
Don.
Yeah,
This is a serious question. This is a serious question.
Last question, man.
Is Mudryk still better than Martinelli?
I never said he was better than Martinelli.
I never said that. Look
I
at
said
him.
he's got more to his game. I said he's got more to his game.
You've never said anything, bro.
Listen, he has more to his game. It's as simple as that, bro. Simple as that.
He's got more to his game. Says everything, but says nothing at the same time. Like, what does that even mean?
Everyone's saying Martinelli just. Jules is killing me.
I tell you what, he didn't have anything to his game last night. The guy was absolutely abysmal, as was most of his teammates. Right?
When he came in, he didn't do nothing.
You know what? Right? I've got to ask this for all Chelsea fans. This is a real question. I'm hearing a lot of Poch out. I'm hearing a lot of these players aren't good enough. Why is no one coming for this Bowley guy? Because that's who started all this. I don't hear enough about this ownership. I hear it from a few people. I think Gooney's had enough. I know Eunice has had enough. I know Johnny's had enough. But I don't hear it from a lot of the Chelsea fans. Some of the ones that I see on Twitter are like, chill, Arsenal lost to Bayern Munich. Don't worry about Arsenal losing to Bayern Munich. Worry about the fact that you are still crawling into the top half of the table for the whole of this season when we're in bloody April. The ownership is a mess. Like, honestly, Don, I don't think you've got a bright future. I don't know about the panel. I don't see Chelsea's future as bright. I think it's a mess, bro.
You know what it is, though?
The whole thing is a mess.
There you go.
I already know, yeah. I already know that there's a lot of mistakes to rectify because me and CB have literally done an hour and a half show where I was talking about what the owners need to do, right? But I'm not going to bang on about it every stream because it's not going to change anything right now. The window is shut. Yeah, we can't wait. We've got to wait till summer at least.
It's not about the window, it's not about the window. You spent $1 billion, you're going to spend another $1 billion. I
get that, and I've spoken about it. But like I said, it's a boring conversation to have every single time because I've spoken about it, and nothing's going to change until at least the window opens, right? But what I can speak about is how we can try at least solve problems with the squad that we've got for now. And like I've said, Poch hasn't been able to solve the problems that he's got in front of him because this manager. He doesn't know how to use these.
Have you not addressed
players? Hold on, Jules. And the players, like I've said, are very inconsistent. We've got an inconsistent manager and inconsistent players. That's a recipe for disaster, bro.
I think one thing you actually failed to address
than any of them, Don.
Go on, Jules.
The thing that you fail to address a lot of time is Poch actually doesn't rate a lot of the players. You see it in his interviews. He says it alludes to a lot.
Don't take the job then.
It's not. We all know that a lot of players.
You can tell me that, but don't take the job then.
I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm not trying to do some pity party for Poch, but if he doesn't rate the players, you can't expect him to get something out that he doesn't think are good. He doesn't think half of these players are good. He obviously thinks he said numerous of times he needs more experienced players. He needs players of a better level that can take the team to another level. He doesn't believe in these players, so you can't expect him
all the time to
get something out of these players. How about these players get something out of themselves? How about they play for themselves? Play for the badge. You talk about being proper Chelsea.
Hold on. I got a question, Don. If Chelsea come to you, Don, right now and offer you £5 million a year, are you taking a job? You'll be an absolute trash manager. So you would absolutely mud them, but you're taking a job. So stop saying why you.
He's a spy. He's a spy, then, isn't it? He's a spy.
A year for a job, regardless of how shit you are. You're going to be taking a job. So that's not on Poch. That's on the people that's been offering a job.
And he probably also thought he'd get a few windows to change
so many players. You mentioned Poch. You mentioned everyone. I've heard every. Bro, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned the canteen lot. Like, you mentioned every single person at Chelsea Football Club apart from Bowley. You haven't mentioned them.
Bro, I've spoken about the owners many times, bro.
Yeah,
many times, bro. I've said they need to rectify a lot of mistakes.
Your model now is built like palaces. In terms of
hold on, it's like this though. I'm not gonna hold on. Of course it comes from the owners. That's self-explanatory. But I'm not gonna do what United fans do every time Ten Hag loses. It's the Glazers. Get the Glazers out. Ten Hag still has a job to do. Poch still has a job to do. I can't. Every time we lose, I can't be running off to the owners, bro. I got to talk about this: the job that the players have got to do on the pitch, and a job that Poch Poch got to do when he's on the side of the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? In the summer, then I'll be on their neck even a lot more, because then it's like, yo, the window's open. Now you've got to do something. Me complaining about them right now, crying and screaming, it's not gonna do nothing because window's shut. What's that gonna do, bro?
Don, can I just say this? You've said this phrase a lot. Like, I've spoken on X many times. I've spoken on this one. I've spoken on Enzo many times. I've spoken on Bowley many times. We have to hold you accountable on what you do and don't say on this show. So you can't use this evidence of, oh, I said this, but somewhere else. I'm always saying this. No. We see you every week on this show.
So let me tell you my take on the owners then. Let me tell you my take on the owners, Lawless. Yeah.
We don't wait, Don. I'm sorry, Don. We don't need to hear more of your excuses, man.
No, I'm not gonna give excuses.
Don. We all get Chelsea are not good. You don't need to give us the reasons why they're not good, because you've not been good.
I'm telling you about the owners. I'm telling you about the owners.
You've not been good. You've not been good for 2 seasons. You're not going to be good next season. It's going to be another couple of years before you get back to it. You've got a whole squad rebuild. You're not speaking whole. You make it seem like you just need 3 or 4 players and your squad's going to be back there. No, you need about 12 players. You need about 12 players because you've got shit defense, a shit midfield, and a shit attack. You're leaking holes everywhere, bro. You're leaking holes everywhere. So you don't need
You're not the same fan base that was crying when you had an injury crisis, because I don't like to run off to injuries to complain. Yeah, we've got 1 game a week, and even with all those injuries, all those key players out, I said Poch still has enough. But let's not ignore the fact that we're missing about 3 or 4 key players that should be starting for us, bro. Disasi don't start for me in my strongest 11. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you think Gallagher starts in my strongest 11? Do you know what I'm saying? You think some of these guys start in my strongest 11? There's no way, bro. There's no way. Do you think Alfie Gilchrist starts in my strongest 11? Come on, let's be serious now, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's guys that we're missing, and like I've said, this season I've tried my hardest not to talk about them because Poch has still had enough, and we've got 1 game a week. But I'm sorry, games like yesterday, bro, I didn't expect that team to go beat Arsenal. I said, there's no way we're gonna get anything out of this. No way we're gonna get anything out of this, because I saw the team that was put out. Do you know what I'm saying? But for you to say, oh, you need 12 players and that, yeah, as if we've had our strongest team every single week and we've been shit, is disingenuous for you to say.
Don, let me just come in, man. To say that you need 3 or 4 more players and a new manager and everything will be fine. Nah, man.
I never said everything will be fine, Dad. I never said anything will be fine, but it's a step in the right direction, bro. We need to bring some seasoned pros. We need to bring a coach that knows how to use these players. We definitely need a striker, like I've said, yeah, and we need to get guys fit. That's the main thing. Landiot is a big miss. Whether people say, oh, you haven't even seen him play, bro, I watched this guy a lot at Southampton. Arsenal didn't want him for banner. Yeah, Liverpool didn't want him for banner. Yeah,
but I liked Caicedo, bro, and he's been stinky. I liked Enzo in the World Cup. He's been stinky.
Caicedo's been not the best Caicedo you saw at Brighton, of course. But like I've said, most of the season he hasn't been used correctly. But there's certain games where he has been used correctly and he's been poor. You know, like the other day when we played against who was it that we played against that he had a good game? Everton, for example. Yeah, I'm thinking, yo, come on, we need to see this more often. But Poch set us up completely differently that game. Do you know what I'm saying? We had a better attack, right? But all I'm saying is, for me, I look at this team right now, yeah, it needs a shape up. It needs a shape up. I don't look at it and think, oh, blow up the whole thing. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like we need a few additions.
Really? Wow.
Wait, Don, can I ask a question?
I don't look at it like that, bro.
Have you ever thought?
George, last question, and we got to move on this, man. Go on, George. Go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have you ever thought of doing like a Chelsea?
Shape up.
Have you ever thought of doing like a Chelsea seminar, bro? Like, I generally think you'd be able.
Bro, you know,
I think all it is, Jude, yeah. I'm praying and hoping that these owners do what I want them to do, yeah. In terms of, like I said, bringing in a striker and bringing in some seasoned pros and bringing in a better coach. I'll document today, and then we'll just revisit this, so you can laugh as much as you want. I'll just document today. That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, I love it, and I can talk about it all night, right? Before we come to the ribbon that will be West Ham, just very quickly, I want to touch on North London Derby and Arsenal, because I don't think Arsenal got a mention. I think they deserved it. But George, North London Derby, man, you'd love nothing more than to dump on our parade, I'm sure, brother, at the weekend. How did you see this one going? Did you look at Arsenal and think they were scary last night? Did you think that it's going to be difficult? What Arsenal we're going to see coming to the White Hart Lane, North London Derby, bro? What are you saying?
Do you know what? To be fair, that's one thing I was going to ask you guys as well. I was going to say, does that give you the confidence that you need going into this game? Obviously, off the back of last week, you looked at the Arsenal team, no win against Bayern, nothing against Villa, and it was looking all down and bad. But after the last 2 wins, Arsenal are back in pomp. They're back in the momentum. Me personally, looking at the game, I'm still very confident. I think the fact that you pumped Chelsea the way you did, it gives me more confidence because Arsenal are going to turn up with a certain arrogance that they've had this season towards certain teams, similar to the Aston Villa game. You know, they turn up and they sort of thought that the game was already won, and I hope Arsenal players carry that mentality into this game, because the way I see it, look, you're coming to our home ground. We already know when you lot come White Hart Lane, it's a completely different story. Yeah, look, last year you had your fun. It was the worst Tottenham team in 20 odd years, but you had your fun last year. But that won't be repeated. We all know that, man. This is the dumping ground. This is your nightmare town. Like, and we're here to end your season. I'm gonna make that very clear. I know Don said this a few weeks ago about when he comes to visit you, yeah. But now you're seeing your proper team. You're gonna come up against a proper team, even without Udogie. We're gonna end your season. I'm very confident. Like, I'm seeing the way that you guys play.
Thing is, George, I feel like a doggy being out, it means you got Ben Davis there, man. That's going to be a field day. Who's going to play left?
100%. No, 100%. And the thing is that the one thing I can take confidence from is even in that game yesterday, you guys missed quite a few chances, man. Like, Arsenal have been missing chances in front of goal. You lack those killers. I think you can score.
Five was all right.
No, I think you guys score goals. Your second half was a lot good, but if you looked at the first half, Arsenal could have had 3 or 4 in the first half. And I look at that team, and I say, look, Arsenal's got a good team. They create a lot of chances. They ain't got killers in front of goal. I would say we have some killers, but we have one killer. We have a number one killer, and that's the man that's always waiting for Arsenal. And he's got something for you guys on the weekend, and you know it. Heung-min Son, he's got something for you. So I'm confident in this game. I'm feeling like we're going to walk away with not just the 1 point, but all 3. And yeah, man, we're bringing something for you guys. We got some smoke for your head top. I see Lee shaking his head, but he knows it's the fixture.
Don't agree. Lee's shaking his head, man. He's shaking his head violently, as Deji would say. Go on, man. Talk.
Yeah, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. I think we'll win. I think I'm more worried about the Man United game. But listen, Spurs, I've seen them all season. They're not in great form. They concede so many goals, so many chances. I think we'll do him. I think Spurs will be definitely up for it, especially last year we dunked on their head with the whole with Xhaka putting the Arsenal scarf on the wires. I'll be there at the game, so it should be a good game. And yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to it. I really don't see Spurs having enough to win the game for sure. They don't have enough. Yeah, listen, it's going to be a good game, but I just think Spurs are very, very, they're ahead of themselves. I think the way they play, the fact that we've got a lot of players that can hurt them as well as they've got some players. But if you're banking on Maddison and Son to win the game for you, it's just not happening. It isn't going to happen. But we'll see. Listen, I'm confident. I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be easy. It's definitely not. But listen, I'm more worried about the Man United game, honestly. I think Man United's more of a scary fixture, but yeah, the Maddison thing's gone. They don't talk about him no more. They don't talk about all like Richarlison. They don't talk about all of these players are all finished. So let's see.
I've got one thing about you, Lee, yeah, is you're very jealous when another team has good players and they get spoken about on a good level. I clocked it because your hate towards other good, like Cole Palmer, Maddison are both very good players in their own right, but you generally have the biggest agenda against, because I see you're in Togue's mentions all the time. I see the little things. What did you say about Maddison? Magical, like you love it, and you hate other teams having good players that play in like a number 10 role that they can compare to Odegaard. If they ever get compared to one of your players, all of a sudden your agenda started. Like,
bro, he said he would like to see Cole Palmer play for England before anyone even said anything about that. He was one of the first people to start talking about it. All of a sudden now he's a fraud and whatnot.
As I said, at the point, sticking to this Maddison thing. I've always said, and I'll keep remaining it. He's a good player, but he turns up in moments, and I didn't like the fact that he was compared, and people kept saying, including George, everybody else, that Maddison is better than Odegaard, which I just think is nonsense. But listen, we'll see. I think it's been shown this season Maddison isn't on the same level as Odegaard. Odegaard's gone up exponentially in levels. Everyone kept going off the North London derby the first game and showing that, because he did this and he did that. And I kept saying but we'll see, man. I think it's not a thing where I'm belittling Maddison. I'm just saying that there's levels to it.
Spurs fans do this a lot. And it's like, Romero's better than Saliba. Van de Ven's better than Gabriel. Maddison's better than Odegaard. Vicario's better than Raya. Blah, 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 blah. Why the hell are you down in fifth then? It just Ange needs to be sacked because we're doing all right at the top. And if you've got a better team than us, Christ, you better get rid of your manager because he's underachieving. What's happening here, man? Like, real talk. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Are we really hearing this from Trust the Process FC telling me why?
No, but George, no, it is a valid
I'm trusting the process right now. Don't blame me.
George, when you do it though, you had a patch where you had probably, I would say, 3 to 4 key players in the last 6-7 years that were better than ours, and I would say that was the 2 centre backs in Alderweireld and Vertonghen. You would probably maybe 1 or 2 at the time, like you had Dembele, Moussa Dembele. You had a few players that were better than Arsenal, but you've always done it as a club, try to put your players. I can even go back to when it was Robbie Keane and Jermaine Defoe that you were trying to put in players. And, you've been doing it as a club for years. And listen, man, I just think for me, Romero, you try and put him above players that in our team now. You've got Van de Ven who's come in, and again, can we just pump the brakes? At a good season, but we saw what happened against Newcastle. Players have these moments. So all I'm saying is, right, Spurs have had a good season. They had a brilliant season, but I just think that this is going to be a cut above. We're going for a really, really big moment. I think, especially if Man City don't win tomorrow, then we've got the opportunity. Whatever, man. We've got whatever fish you want to take, snapper, cod, sea bass, whatever you want, man. We've got big fish to fry, man, and I think it's gonna be a big game. I think genuinely. I know we say it every season.
Last season, Lee. I wouldn't do that.
What day is it? Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's Sunday. It's not like a silly comment to say that we do have a title to go for. Like they don't have anything to go for, because for me, I think that after this weekend, Spurs will be out of the top 4 race, because I think Aston Villa are going to win. So, yeah, man, I'm quite confident, man. As my guy Deludis said, you can have any fish you want, man. Any fish you want.
Big up DG in the chat, man. Listen, just quickly, lastly on this game, I do feel personally, last night the confidence I got from it wasn't the fact we battered a poor side 5-0. It was our midfield, man. And I feel we can dominate Tottenham's midfield. I like Maddison. I actually do rate Maddison highly, and a lot of people know that. I'm not going to go into that again to rattle the chat, but I think he's a top quality player. I liked Basuma, but I don't know what's happened to him. I think he's fallen off of a cliff. I think as well, when you look at Bentancur, I'm not so sure he's had the best of seasons. I don't think he's been a shambles, but he's been in and out with injury again. Sarr, not quite sure what's happened with him. But if we play Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, I think we'll dominate that midfield, and I think we'll definitely take away 3 points, and that's what we need to do if we want to go win the title. Because it's not just this ruining parties; this can happen at any game. We slip up against bloody Bournemouth, Man United, Everton, whoever it is, it's done. It's literally one slip up and it's done. So we can't afford that, man. So I am going to go for it. I don't think it will be a mad like result like last night. I think it'll be very tight, because form goes out the window when it's a North London derby, right? They'll do anything possible to ruin our title race. This fan base, these players, this manager, absolutely 100%. But I hope they have the same energy when it comes to Man City, man. That's all I'm saying. Because I know for a fact the manager and the players will, but our fan base will be like, roll over, lose 5-0. We don't care. We just don't want Arsenal to win the league. Am I right, George?
You might be a little. It depends how the next few results go. I'll be honest.
Guys, so shameless.
Yeah, man, they know it. Listen, we're running for time, so I've got to get D and Lawless out. I mean, it was poor. I can't lie, Lawless. West Ham looked like an era's come to an end. David Moyes, your greatest ever Premier League manager, is looking like he's going to be mutually agreeing to be leaving at the end of this season. Amorim looked exciting. I think he was flirting with West Ham to try and sort some Liverpool stuff out, if I'm honest. I don't know what's going on there.
He said, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, don't phone us. Don't phone me. I'll phone you. That's the way it was. He's like, thank you, but no thank you. It's not looking good for West Ham. But before, you let you come in, Lawless. D, I mean, you cooked his brother on Monday, part 1, but looks like part 2 might be ready right now. West Ham, does it look like a bright future for you, man, without David Moyes? Like, what way are they going to turn, bruv?
I don't know, man. I'm watching Palace right now. We got bigger fish to fry, as they say, man, than these, David Moyes and all
what's that? 12th? Is that 12th place finish? Is that your bigger fish? Yeah, you're trying to fry.
No. I'm just trying to look at the future, and I've said it before when you was chatting absolute rubbish about Glasner that I was looking at next season. And you know what? You learned the hard way, and I'm so happy for you because you just didn't understand it, so you just had to be taught a lesson. But but once again, it's been a good start against Newcastle. Yes, it's working out well, and yeah, man. At least it's not even starting, to be fair, and we created a few chances, which is good. Well, Jordan and I on the pitch. But look, Lawless, party's over. Party's over. There's a party outside if you want me to take you to it. But with the West Ham party, it is over. It's back to reality. You're a team that fights relegation, just like us at times. You've had your great moments with David Moyes for a few years. But this is the reality. You're not that club. I've been saying this for quite a while, but you've been acting like you're up there with the likes of Arsenal's and all the other teams. But you're just not that team. You're just not that team. So you said on your stream, funny enough, Dan, Sam couldn't spot it, but you did say that I wish we had Glasner. Glasner should be at West Ham. You change your tone. I'll find it. Don't ever do that because I'll find it right now of you saying that. You said that David Moyes should be at Palace and Glasner should be at West Ham. But you also like to change your opinion like the British weather, man. It changes like the British weather with you, because you said Glasner wasn't even good enough for Palace, and now you want him at West Ham. But then again, Lawless, look, I'm not really as bothered with you. I've got bigger things to focus on right now than West Ham. I've already spoke to you on Monday. You talk to me, Lawless, this time. You talk to me. You talk to me about your future because you talk a lot. And you've been a bit quiet recently. So you talk to me. Whilst I watch this game, I'm not going to even look at you. I'm going to listen to you. So you talk to me. I'm going to listen to you.
Listen, the future's bright. The future's orange, like your T-shirt, yeah? Like, we are looking up. Thank you, D. Thank you for that result on the weekend because we lost, but in the grand scheme of things, we've won. You don't know what you've unleashed. You don't know the monster that you're creating because now, Moyes is gone.
West Ham
is cooking.
Scary. The monsters get unleashed. Ooh, back to relegation. Yes, that's scary. That's Lawless, I can't lie. Everyone on the panel right now are shitting themselves because now we are scared that West Ham was going to go up. What level are you going to? What level are you going to? Are you going to be
up? Trust me. Hold up. I thought you was going to let me. Come and answer. Yeah. Because you sit there and talk about how you've got bigger fish to fry. You ain't got no gas. You ain't got no electricity. You are sitting there in a race.
Remember, Lawless, you might talk about we have no gas or electricity, but you don't even own your house. Remember, I own your house. John owns your house. Potts, George, Lee, we all own your house. We all pay. Yeah, you don't own your house because if it comes down to
we pay 2 million a year.
You take out your house. Just remember,
they pay rent, man.
They pay rent.
The rent is due, Lawless.
Lease.
Yeah, we're paying the rent.
That's Spurs' fault. Was it jealousy?
Jealousy. Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure Spurs right now are just hitting the head on the wall because they're playing in the new stadium instead of the what do you call it, the London Stadium. You can't compare the two.
Okay, what about your little Tim Pot Stadium where you sit there and you got
5-2 in? The fact that we had to score our own goal for it to even be a match. For it to be a match.
We scored an own goal.
We scored an own goal for it to be a match.
We scored an own goal. We scored it.
It doesn't matter. We scored 5. Oh, Lawless, don't do this, please. I already spoke to you on Monday. Please explain to me why West Ham's future is bright.
You guys got to understand, D. This is the biggest night in his life of Sporting Palace. Like, I've seen my team, get to cup finals, win trophies.
I've seen my team get to cup finals as well. We might not won it, but I've seen my team get to cup finals.
European nights, like D ain't even got. You know what I mean? These players don't even have passports. They don't see no European nights.
Majority of our players like would walk into your team. So I don't know what you're talking about passports.
Majority of your players is that why we're 8th and you're 14th? Yeah.
Lawless,
but that's the thing.
Roy Hodgson tax.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to know why, Lawless. Why did you dismiss and why did you laugh? Yeah, like big up Sam as well for putting it in there. Big him up because I said, listen, you see the way this guy's got them playing. You see, what's his name? Let me not disrespect him, D, because in a group chat I don't even know my man's name. Wagner. Glasgow. I told you, Lawless, I told you Poch can learn a few things. And you
don't even know his name, Don.
And you laugh. Now I know his name. Big Glasgow. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You should have listened, bro, because I told you when I watched these lot against Liverpool, I could see a big difference, bro. Very, very big difference, bro. From Roy Hodgson to this guy, it's crystal clear, bro.
And it's not, Don, don't read too much into it. He is nothing special because we lost 5-0 to Fulham.
Shut up now. Enough.
We lost 5-0 to Fulham. 5-0 to Arsenal.
Your greatest ever manager. That's your greatest ever manager. He beat your greatest ever manager at your football club.
Greatest ever manager. He's not our greatest ever manager.
So what do you mean? There's nothing about him. He beat him 5-2. Hold up, Lawless. Forget about Glasner. You couldn't even beat Roy Hodgson. When's the last time West Ham beat Palace? When's the last time West Ham beat Palace?
January 2002, not that long ago.
2 years ago. When?
2 years ago. 2 years.
2 years
That's
ago.
not that
All
long.
right then. So stop talking about Glasgow nothing special because even you as our manager, you still won't lose.
So wait, did we not lose 5-0 to Fulham?
We don't lose against you.
Have we not conceded the top?
This is the guy. This is the guy I was thinking of. The guy with the long hair from the X Factor.
Wagner. Wagner. I remember Wagner. Yeah. He got to the final, I swear. He got to the final.
That's how irrelevant Palace are. That no one even knows your manager's name. Yeah. So pipe down.
You do. Hold up, Lawless. Hold up. Our managers beat you twice. Let's not forget about this because the panel. Our manager beat you twice. When you thought you're winning Europa League, who knocked you out, Lawless? Who knocked you out?
How many times has Moyes beat Palace? How many times has Moyes beat Palace?
Glasner knocked you out with Frankfurt. Yeah, remember that. So you knew about Glasner before.
No, it was. He was the Frankfurt manager. He was a class manager.
Yeah, he was. And he knocked out West Ham. Exactly. So Lawless.
Let's see how many times David Moyes has beat Palace. Yeah? Let's find out. 18 times.
Well done. Do you want a medal? Well done.
Yeah, how many times at West Ham, though? How many times at West Ham? Not ever.
How many times has Glasner Wagner beaten it? That's what I'm saying. He's talking about Frankfurt.
Are you dumb or dumb? You're comparing Glasner, who's been in the Premier League and faced West Ham once. He's faced West Ham once. You're comparing it to David Moyes, who's been in the Premier League for God knows how many years.
Okay, so don't sit there and act like he's the Messiah because he's beating us.
Wait, hold up. Let me ask you this question. What's Glasner's record against West Ham?
Okay, it's 2-2. Wow.
Yeah, 100%. He's knocked out Europa League and he's knocked out your senses in the Premier League. So stop talking about Palace. Stop talking about Palace
manager D. You're still going nowhere because you're fucking.
Where are you going? That's my whole point. Where are you going? You're saying thank you. Why are you thanking me? Why are you thanking me? What are we thanking?
But you know what, D? Because I know where we've been. We've been in Europe. We've been in trophy parades, somewhere that Palace has never ever been. So don't worry about where we're going.
All right. You've been there. No, hold up. You're thanking me for doing a favor, Glasner. Yeah. So I'm asking you now that Moyes is going. Where are you going as a football club? Where are you going to finish top 4? Because you can't really finish much higher, surely. Where do you think you're going to finish?
Who's got the brighter future? Palace or West Ham? Who's got the brighter future?
All right, come on, everyone. Real talk. I don't even need to answer this.
West Ham.
No. Hey, D. Don't be shameless. Because you're the same guy. You're the same guy that always gets onto Parish. You're the same guy that always gets onto man like Steve Parish, yeah? Talking about the money this and the money that. Do you trust him to spend the money? Because Olise is going to be gone. Eze is going to be gone. Do you know what I'm saying? All these guys are going to dip out. And then back to you, Lawless. Don't do all of that because Bowen's going to dip as well. Paqueta is going to dip as well. All these men are going to dip from your team as well.
We will. But this is the funny thing. When you lot do this, I've got this.
Palmer's going to dip from
your team. When you lot do this, you never speak about West Ham players leaving. Like West Ham's like a top club. Like all these players, Bowen and
I just said Paqueta and Bowen would leave, bro.
Hold up, Don. Who was it? Let me ask you this question because a lot of you won't know this. Who found Eze? Who found Elise?
None of them are going Chelsea. Let's get that straight.
Who found Decore? Who found Decore? Who found Mateta? Who found Munoz? Who found all these players? You won't know. Dougie Friedman.
So what?
Yeah, don't give Friedman. So
Oh,
all
you
this
trust him
nonsense
again, do you?
about all this nonsense about Eze Elisa leaving. If Eze Elisa leaves and Dougie Friedman can find all these players for like less than £20 million, what do you think he's going to do when he has £120 million? It's going to be even long for you. Long day. £120 million for Dougie Friedman. And he finds all these players for less than 20 million. Nothing's going to change. We're only going to get better.
It's the history of the Palace. It's the history of the Palace. It don't matter what manager you get. Don't matter what players you get. The highest finish you can hope for is 10th. That's an amazing season.
Okay, no. That under Gladstone, that's going to change. Next season, we won't finish below 10th. 100%. We won't finish below 10th. I'm
really?
Sure
Really?
Yeah.
You getting top? Where are you finishing? Tell me now. Tell me now where you're finishing.
We'll finish 9th.
Where?
We'll finish 9th.
9th. Oh my god, that's a parade. That deserves the parade for Palace.
But we are gonna.
Do you know what? You have to rate D, man. He's keeping it real, bro.
And then the season after.
D. Listen, we had beef before, but you are the funniest. Now we're cool now.
No. We will make improvements. And then on top of that, this year after, we'll be finishing where you finish. But Lawless, let me ask you this question: where are you finishing? Because you thanked me. I want to thank you for thanking me. But where are you finishing? Why did you thank me? So you talk. Go on.
Listen, let me see what manager we get. But I trust.
No. Can I ask you, Lawless? Can I actually ask you a question though? For real, Lawless, I want to ask you a question because losing against Palace isn't actually a shame because they've got some quality players. They do, but losing 5-0 or 5-2, sorry, apologies, is absolutely diabolical. And I know you don't. I know you you're not too sure on the manager. You've given him praise. I will say that I feel like you've mellowed a little bit with him. You've given him praise. You've been a lot better with him in terms of saying, look, he needs to go. He's not the guy, etc., etc. But how can you say that a 5-2 is almost like a positive? There's no positives in that, man. There's no positives because I feel like he was going to go.
He's the most deluded West Ham fan there is. He's you know, let's
be fair. I feel like what you need to do, what you need to do, you need to give D a little bit of praise because, bro, they absolutely smashed you to smithereens. The first goal from Eze was absolutely naughty, and truth be told, you're meant to be a European club. They're not a European club as of yet. They're trying to get to that point, and you shouldn't be losing 5-2. You can lose a game, fine. You can lose a game, but 5-2. Come on, you've got to be a bit late. You got to just hold it on, man. Hold it on.
So paint me for the right reasons. Be like, you know what?
Yeah. That's what I think it is.
Thank you for that. You're the better team.
I agree.
We haven't beaten you in 2 years. Just say that. Just say the truth, man. Just say the truth. Nah, have more energy. Don't do that. Have more energy. No, I want a proper clap. I want a proper clap.
That's bad.
Listen. I'll say this: it was a bad loss. Yeah, like look, Elise and Eze, they played well. They put themselves in the shop window. With that performance, they knew what they were doing. They turned up, great goals.
Why do you think Bowen and Kudus will stay at West? I don't know why you think you're that team.
They will be here. They will be West Ham players. Bowen and Kudus will be West Ham players next season, whether you like it or not. You got to learn to live with it.
Why would they stay at West Ham though? Why would they stay at West Ham without European football? Why?
Because we've got a new project, man. We've got a new project.
Who's your new project, man?
Just watch. Just pay attention.
I don't want to watch. I want to hear. Well, who's your new project? Because you're talking about new project, so you must be like excited. Who's your new project?
Yeah, it's Tim Steidten, mate.
That's what you're doing. Don't say You're no. Your new project is. Are you saying we got a new project? Well,
because I trust my director of football.
The director of football that kept David Moyes on for this year.
You don't even know your manager.
If you're gonna be honest, you got like rate their director of football they brought in last summer.
Our director of football was better than theirs.
Recruitment wise,
yes, Yes, it is.
Nah,
We can go through categories. Yes, it
but
is.
the difference is that their football director is going and getting top players from Europe. Like he's gonna go recruit the likes of Paqueta, Kudus. Like they're bringing in names, people that are already doing things over across Europe. You man are gonna have to go to the championship and fish out the best ballers in the championship. There's nothing wrong with that. D, let me finish. There's nothing wrong with that because it's been successful for you in the past, like Adam Wharton, Elise, Eze, and so on. But it's gonna restrict the level of where you can get.
No, but like, no. If you're being fair to Palace, if you're being fair to Palace, though, if you're saying West Ham, they spent the majority of their money of selling one player. So let's Palace sell a few players if they're going to do that. If that's their remit, sell a few players and try and get some players that are of a better quality, because you can't look there and say that.
I want to see your director of football without European football. I want to see who joins West Ham. Let's see if he's got the bollocks. Let's see if he's got the bollocks to bring in all these players, because it's easy. I will be able to recruit Paqueta and all these Kudus players when you have European football, because you can sell that. Let's see who wants to come to Trafford.
I agree.
Let's see who wants to come to Trafford without Thursday night football. Let's see.
It's not. It's
European
football. But the thing is though, what he's saying, I agree with, is when West Ham were trying to buy these players, they were in Europe, they were steady trying to get 6th, 7th, whatever it is, 8th, and they were actually at a point getting close to getting top 4. So really and truly, the project was easy to sell. Let's see what and then they got 105 million pounds from us. So let's see with what Palace have, if they sell a player for 85 million pounds, just one, they're going to have a budget of, I don't know, 60, 70 million pounds from their own kitty. So they could spend 150 million pounds quite easily without having to sell any other stars like a Gay. And then let's see what they can do. And truth be told, they've spent the money which they have had the top on quality players. They have Gay. They bought in, I always forget his name, the centre back, Anderson, quality player. I think even when the keeper that they've got half decent, they've got some players not get bought in under Vieira though.
It's not about Vieira.
It doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is Lee. My point is Vieira sold the project very good at that time, because he was bringing in a lot of these name players, a lot of these good players, and it was a good project.
My bad.
You ain't gonna win.
We just hit the post. We just said it. We're not going to win. Are you watching the game? See, you just talk absolute rubbish. Just all rubbish. West Ham, Newcastle haven't even had a shot on target yet. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you win. What are
you talking about?
But there's a good point you're skirting over that George made, is that Palace will never be able to sign a proven player on the caliber. Don't matter about Europe or not, yeah? We was in the Conference League when we signed Paqueta and Emerson. Was in the Conference League.
That's Europe.
Okay, now it's Europe, yeah? Everyone dunks on it. Now it's Europe.
But it's a 10-point European trophy, but it's always Europe. No one said it wasn't Europe.
No. So now it's got Paul, yeah?
Lawless, if we're keeping it 100%, if we're keeping it 100%, you've got a bigger stadium, you've got more fans, your project is easier to sell, and you were going off the fact that you've had close to finishing 4th, so your project is easier and was easier to sell. All I'm saying, and it pains me to say, because I really don't want Crystal Palace to be in the league. It's just a personal thing, but I genuinely do feel that with Palace, you can sell a project of they're obviously getting money. I don't know what's going on with their stadium. They are trying to build and get into a position. I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like with Palace, let's see. There you go. So let's see what happens. And listen, I'll be honest. I've seen your training ground, mate. It's absolutely the one in Rush Green. I live. Well, I was going to say where I live, but I just seen your training ground, and I genuinely know.
You kind of paid out already.
Dead. It's dead. It's dead. Well, to be fair, there's free training grounds. If you know, you know. There's free trade. But yeah, listen. Anyway, it's what it
Yeah, we built.
Listen, man, you want to pray, right? You want to pray, both of you, West Ham and Palace, want to pray that you keep hold of your players. Otherwise, it will be Joel Ward shaking hands with Soufal next season.
Not really, Potts, because you lot giving praise to Brighton. You lot giving praise to Brighton about selling these players and finding replacements, etc.
Yeah, but it's how you replace them. Yeah, D, that's what you got to do, man. But I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
what we haven't been in yeah.
Let's
So
see,
far,
let's see if
so-
Palace sign one player that makes everyone look and go, oh,
Lawless.
shit,
You know what?
Palace
Well, you know what
is
else we should see? Lawless, let's see
see.
if West Ham can actually beat Palace in the next 5 years. It's been 2 years. Let's see. I'll give you a 5-year window. Let's see if you can actually beat them.
Next
Because end of
year,
the day,
we're beating
regardless of the
Palace.
players or that, you still haven't beat us. End of the day, it's about results. Let's see if you can
Listen,
actually beat us for once.
let's
Hey,
see.
Lawless, I want to ask again. Are you going to finish above us?
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Well, listen. Games in hand.
I'm trying to get back in the combo. He's trying to beat someone.
He's still going to play them. You know, so bad. You know, so bad. You put it down here, bro.
This
like
is why I'm supporting West
You're
Ham.
so funny about this, Ellie.
Need West Ham to finish above you, man. I can't.
You
West
know,
Ham,
you know so funny. You know so funny. I'm asking him.
please.
He ain't got the confidence because we've got 2 games in hand,
no,
and we've still got to play them. He can't answer the question. He
Wait,
actually
how many
can't
points above? How many points are West Ham? How many points?
Bro, they're only a point above us, bro. They're 1 point above us, and we've got 2 games in hand. Yo, Sheffield! Oh, they
Sheffield
scored!
scored.
1-0, man. Man United. Man United losing at Old Trafford.
Lawless, please, can you start winning some games? I was supporting you. I was literally even the other day. Please, can you win?
We beat
games,
Chelsea
please?
and Luton. We're finishing above them. We beat Chelsea and Luton. We got Liverpool, Chelsea, Luton, Man City. We just need to beat.
Can you beat Liverpool? Can you beat Liverpool and Man City for me, please? That'd be nice. Cheers, Lawless. Appreciate it.
Do you know what? With the way Liverpool are, I wouldn't put it past us to go and beat Liverpool.
No,
They're losing at the moment.
Man
so
City,
Everton are 1-0 up.
please.
So
We ain't doing that. I'm sorry. We ain't beating no Man City away. It ain't happening.
what would you want, Lawless? Last game of the season, you got to beat Man City. Arsenal win the league, but West Ham get Europe. What do you reckon?
I was thinking about that as well. That'd be like, that can happen, you know.
You know what?
Imagine you end up being City and also in the league. That'd be great.
I think a season out of Europe would do us good. Focus on.
Oh my God!
I would be the same, Lawless. Trust me. A year about Europe ain't gonna hurt.
No. This guy's changing. This guy always talks about Europe.
We got to focus on the league.
This guy's nasty. This guy's nasty. I've been supporting him. I said, hey, and people at the clips today, I said, yeah, I want you to do well in Europe. And this is nastiness that you've been saying. This is
no, but listen, we need a season out of Europe. New manager, ease himself in. You know, it's
well,
not
hold on.
going to be.
I thought you're big. You might as well hold on. So you might as well just give. You might as well be little old Crystal Palace then. If that's you're saying.
Exactly.
Having a season out. If you're not to be
Exactly.
a big club, you're not to be a
How
big
many
club.
times have I seen the likes of Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Spurs fans go, "Oh, I'd rather finish 8th than finish 7th."
Well, you know what?
You're not Arsenal. As you said, you're not Arsenal. You're not Spurs.
You're not that team. Stop mentioning that. You piss me off.
Don't tell anyone who's not any
and
team.
all these teams, when you talk about West Ham, you're not that team. Who
No,
are you?
I agree.
Who are you?
Listen, I'm sorry. D's been spitting. I'm sorry. You're kidding. You're not Arsenal. You're not Chelsea.
You're not Arsenal,
Listen,
you're not
Chelsea
team.
are below you.
Compare
Chelsea are
yourself.
below you, and you are not even on their level. And I'm trying to back you here, Dan, but you're not Lawless. You're not making it easy for me. Come on, let's be real. You as a club, you need to build yourself, build the reputation that Spurs have done, get in Europe any type of it for 3, 4, 5 years. Then you can start dictating whether or not you're in Europe or not. You go all out in every single game. You need to make sure you beat Chelsea. Are you playing them home or away?
They're playing us at the bridge.
Oh, the bridge. I love how they always call it the bridge.
That's where these men are the most
He said the same thing about Versus.
Why we should have a penalty? We should have a penalty.
Wait, hold on. Did you beat them this season?
penalty.
Did you beat them?
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
these men
you
are
beat
the
them.
most comfortable.
London
No,
Bridge
he's
is
not
falling down,
confident.
man. Remember the nurse
Okay,
times.
it's so shameless, Lawless. You know, honestly.
I've been to the bridge. I've seen us beat you at the bridge with a flipping championship goalkeeper in goal.
I've
mate.
seen the bridge.
You know what I mean?
Listen, listen, West Ham.
Just
all
say
I
it
need
then.
you to do,
Are
West
you gonna
Ham,
finish above
Yes.
Chelsea? Yes or no, brother? Yes or no?
I'm saying yes.
Listen.
Come on, Lawless. Come on, please.
Lawless.
Let's back it.
Thank you.
That is what I'm saying. Lack of chest, bro. Lack
That
of
was the
chest.
hardest
You sound
yes
like
he's
my boy.
ever said.
You sound like my boy when I
It was
asked my boy on the phone.
yeah.
I said to my boy, "Oh, what, you lot being Bayern Munich today?" Like, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like right now.
Where are you finishing in the table then? Where are you finishing the table, Mr. Chesty?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. We're unpredictable. I'm just there. I'll watch. But I don't know where we're
Are you finishing above West Ham? Are Chelsea finishing above West Ham?
Come on.
Oh, Don, you can't do that, man.
Everyone wants to be silent.
You can't do that, bro.
Hey, nah, you know what? God, I respect it. God, I respect it.
That is class, man. Come on, then. Where's your chest?
Go on,
Where you finishing? Oh, I know.
everyone quiet.
Hey,
I'm not the one that started it. It was Lawless.
Poch, please clip this. I need you to. I need you to put that out. I want that 5-second, 10-second clip of what I asked him, and I just want his face. Please, Poch, please. I need you to see.
I'll get Sam to do it, man. He's
sitting there asking me, "You gonna finish your brothers? You gonna finish your brothers?" Eh? And then
you know what I'm asking you? Hey, Lee, there's a bit of context to this, yeah. The reason why I'm asking Lawless before we wrap up, yeah, is because he was the one that kept saying, "We're finishing above you." I was like, bro, we'll see it. We'll finish above you, but now he's got no confidence. That's why I keep asking him. Me, I don't know, bro. I'll be real.
But you got no confidence as well. You got no confidence as well.
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't even know where your next win is coming, bro.
Do you know who's been leading up this team?
Games, you're not winning
do you know who's been? I've just told you, D. Yeah, I've seen 2 games of yours, and you play better football than us, bro. Are you not listening to what I'm telling you? You play better.
Why are you asking? So hold on. Why are you asking him a question that you can't answer yourself?
Because he had chest. He had hella chest weeks ago. Now his chest is deflated. I've never had chest.
You keep talking about Mudryk this, Jackson this.
Bro. Hey,
you finished in above Palace,
you finished get that clip, bro. Get that clip, Sam, bro. Get that fucking clip. That is too funny.
We'll do, man. We got to come to a close, man. Before we do that, I'm going to run through some super chats, then we'll get out of here. This one comes in from Peter. The whole bottom row has held 19 goals against Arsenal this season. All have held at least 5 in one match, and we've held 4 in response. Pipe down. This one comes in.
Arsenal twice, by the way, this season.
Palace 5-0, West Ham 6-0, Chelsea 5-0, Spurs next. Oh, can you imagine? I'd love to be a battering, but I'm not sure I can see
I
it.
think I would cry tears, you know. I actually would cry tears.
Oh, man. Can you imagine that battering there? Andy Beer says, Don, you were shy in the first half. We just give you a chance to create something. LOL. This song comes in from LJ Brown. It says, George is right. Don says a lot without saying anything. Imagine him ordering food in a restaurant, George. The waiter be waiting all night. Fair play, man. That's quite funny. I've got to say that, Don. That's quite funny. Big up, LJ. Comes in from Tevin. Says, I've been here damn half hour. Don's yet to admit he got things wrong. This is mental. I've said this many times. Shit is jarring.
Hold on. How can I be wrong? Wait,
hold on.
No. Because Tevin's cheeky in the comment. I see him on the terrace as well. He's very cheeky, you know. How can you try to say to me, that I'm wrong when I predicted that we're going to lose the game? How? I said we're going to lose. How can you tell me I was wrong for that? I said we're going to lose the game before. Do you know what I'm saying? And Tevin,
you said every single thing. At one point you said you were going to win. A couple of days before you said it was going to be a draw, and then an hour before you said you were going to lose.
I saw the lineup. I saw the lineup.
Everything, bro.
But jokes aside. Hold on. Jokes aside. Football aside, I saw Tevin's super chat on the Big Six. He said he lost his niece. Bro, listen, I hope you and your family are getting on well. DM me if you need to, my bro. Big yourself up, man. Honestly, bro, because listen, that's bigger than football, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So big yourself up. Because I saw that super chat. I said, I need to speak to Tevin about this. Big yourself up, my bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Big up, Tevin, man. And cheers for the super chat. Cheers all of you for a super chat. This one comes in from Kingsley. He says, it's funny that Rudiger people thing called coaching. It's funny. Am I reading that wrong?
It's funny.
No. It's funny. Rudiger, people think. I think it's supposed to be people think called coaching.
A thing called coaching. People. Okay. A thing called coaching. All right, cool.
Yeah.
This one's NLF. Sorry, says big Chelsea arguing with West Ham. You know. Love that, man. This is the mighty has fallen.
Where we are, man.
That is where you are, man. Listen, massive show, man. Lit panel, lit chat. Unbelievable super chats. Well over 1,000 of you watching at one stage. Thank you so much, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. We're very close to 18. If not, could have hit it tonight. We're very, very close to 20, though. So that's the next target for us, people. Make sure we can get there ASAP, please. Make sure you go follow George. His Twitter handle is there. Big up, George, for coming on, man. Absolute pleasure. Good debut, man. Good debut.
It was a good
shameless debut, man.
You can talk, Dom.
Love it, man. Make sure you go follow George. Make sure you go follow Good Lee. And make sure you go follow at the Lawless and of course Don and his new YouTube channel, which all of these guys will be in the description as well. So please make sure that you do that, man. And yeah, support the community, support each other. Stay tuned and do me a favor, man. Just go laugh at Hassam. I've redirected. Hassam's doing a watch along, and Everton are beating Liverpool, so he's going to be losing his head, man. So make sure you go over there and just put ha 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 Everton in the chat. Say Dan Pot sent me, or Dan Pot's raid, or Man raid, whatever you want to do. But go follow Sam and just watch him having a meltdown at the moment.
Need to laugh at Saeed as well. They're drawing against Sheffield United now. It's 1-1.
Oh, is there a draw now? No, it's not funny about Man United anymore.
It's Sheffield United. It's Sheffield United.
Man. They're rubbish. They're rubbish as well. Both of them are. But yeah, go over to Sam and yeah, we'll see you next time, people. We're out of here. Peace.